Boss, you okay? Could it be that sniper? Quiet.
Quiet. Our silent assassin. Where's the sniping point?
Boss, focus on your objective. You need to make contact with Emmerich. Get out of that sniper's kill zone and head to Serac power plant.
Clouds approaching.
PD. Hold them off.
Stand a chance. Stay sharp.
Please select a drop point. Please supplies requested.
Hold them off.
Supply drop complete.
Did you get her? With those abilities of hers? No doubt about it. She has to be one of the Skulls. Now move in and finish your boss. She's working for Cypher.
Quiet is a valuable source of information, boss. There's no need to kill her. Think carefully. This is your decision.
The female sniper. Quiet. Cypher's assassin. Finish her. She's one of the Skulls. Hurry up and kill her.
No. Killing her would be a waste. Bring her back here.
Boss.
Boss!
Support
Boss,
helicopter.
you're not thinking of bringing her back here, are you? She works for Cypher. We don't even know the extent of her abilities. She is not setting foot on this base.
Good word, boss. Can't believe you took her down alive. Now bring her back here. Let's find out what she really is.
This is too dangerous. Kill her. Don't bring her to our home.
This is the boss's decision. I'll send the extraction chopper.
Boss, you know I've always got your back. But if you bring her here, I'll just have her killed.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Boss, no.
Mission info has been
Gaining
updated.
altitude. Departing.
Slipped the line, huh? Shame. She's one of a kind.
Fine by me. We don't need her type. Boss, we need to talk. Get back to base. Everything else can wait.
Confirm. One bogey on our 6. Steady at 0.4 miles. It's tailing us.
Don't lead it back to Mother Base.
Roger. We'll shake it off. Incoming!
foot on this base. Boss, she's with Cypher.
Thermals! Clear. Seize her! Fire! Miller! She saved the boss.
She was saving herself. Fire! Put her in the cell. Boss.
Keep an eye on her.
Right. Take her away. What are you waiting for? Move!
Boss, you are going to regret this. That woman...
I know. She knows our location. Either way, one of these days we're gonna have to kill her. But now is not the time. When the time comes, I'll pull the trigger.
Boss, about the sniper you extracted, quiet. You set up a cell for her on the medical platform. The medical team is looking into her abilities.
Arriving
I'll let
shortly
you know
out
if they learn anything.
Good dog.
And boss, leave Miller to me. If we manage to get some intel out of Quiet, that should satisfy him. In the meantime, get on the chopper. We need to head back to Afghanistan. Make contact with him.
Little Z!
Caution, rain approaching. Staff assigned.
Gaining altitude.
Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Development complete.
Like your horse, you can give commands to D-Dog as well. He'll normally follow you around. You can also make him wait somewhere or lure an enemy by barking at him. Or you can sick him on the enemy to slow him down. Develop new gear just for him, but I'm sure he'll be capable of even more damage.
Please specify. Development project has been added. Please select a landing zone. Heading to Afghanistan. Deploying. Marker placed.
just what we need to develop new weapons and equipment. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Extraction arrived at the base. Development project has been added. Many prisoners detected. Not this one updated. Clouds approaching. Marking map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. Not this one updated. Enemy presence detected. Map has been updated.
You made it to Surat Power Plant. Emmerich should be beyond the gate at the northern edge of the facility. We have no idea what he's doing back there. But let's go find out. You gonna extract him?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Plant expansion extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Changes have already been finalized.
It's not operational yet. The remote piloting and AI control haven't reached the application stage.
Who said anything about an AI? That was Coldman's mistake 10 years ago.
Be that as it may, we'll need to modify postural control to accommodate a human pilot. I share your urgency, but we need more time to finish it.
Right. Planning on leaving us, Doctor?
Huh? What?
I'm taking your legs back!
So you're just gonna kill me?
Sahelanthropus is mine now. Listen, I may dwell in the dark, but I refuse to be judged by your standards, traitor! I hope your friends give you what's coming to you. Take him to the base.
Yes, sir. Transporting Emmerich to the base camp and returning to base.
We're shutting down. All units, strike camp and clear out.
We still have use for him.
Side-op completed.
No doubt about it, boss. That man is your extraction target.
Go!
Emmerich. The weapon system that disappeared into that cave, and the man who was with it.
What has been
Emmerich
updated?
must know something about what's going on. He was transferred to the Soviets' base camp. I've marked it on the map. Make your way to that base camp. Nice find.
Obtained.
Analyzing the intel file you picked up.
At Mother
We've got a
Base.
fix on the target. I've updated your map info. Check it on your iDroid. That's an enemy gunship. A single burst from its machine gun can cut a man in half. Tread carefully, boss.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Did you see that, boss? That giant weapon system that disappeared into the cave? I've heard it was the Kremlin's biggest secret. But to think that doctor has been working on it. And the man with the skull for a face. It's been on my mind since you encountered the skulls during the Honeybee mission. It's really him. Boss, he's the commander of Cypher Strike Force XOF. And probably the mastermind of the attack 9 years ago. I thought he and Zero parted ways. I'll look into it. You just focus on the mission. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Development complete. Development complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Emmerich's lab is the building at the north side with a vault roof. You gotta extract him.
Enemy presence detected. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Supplies requested. Supply drop complete. Please specify.
He's coming too.
Project.
Roger that.
Weather will clear shortly.
Extract him. Boss, get down. That's an enemy gunship. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Storm approaching. You have arrived at your destination.
Who are you? Snake? It's not you, is it?
Hey! It's just a machine. Are you?
Dr. Emmerich.
Snake? Hey, what gives? Ah! Let me go! No! Give me back my legs!
Right on schedule. Now bring him back to Mother Base.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Okay, I'm sending a chopper close by. Get to the LZ with Emmerich.
Hang on a second. Let's use the walker
Mission
here
info has been updated.
There's a special one here at the lab. Only I can activate it, and I'll tell you how to operate it.
Ignore Emmerich. We don't need his wind-up toys.
It is a long way there. Why don't you use that walker gear of his?
Support
No way.
helicopter.
We can't trust him. How do we know his crap will even work?
Well, it's better than carrying the man the whole way. Boss, use the walker gear to escape.
It's your call, boss. Boss, think back. 9 years ago, we invited that nuclear inspection team to Mother Base. It was a ruse. They turned out to be Cypher's strike force. It was Emmerich who brought them there. He's been underground ever since, working with Cypher.
I had no idea. I thought the inspection was real. I swear it. If anyone's to blame, it's you, Snake. We should never have had that nuke. That's the reason Mother Base was destroyed.
Dee Dee.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Cypher threatened to kill me. Made me do research for them here. That's right. Creating bipedal weapons. 9 long years. Forced to do whatever they said.
This is B-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived. Dispatch requested. Buddy departed.
impossible! It can't be active!
Doctor, you're as useless as I thought. This is the real Sahelanthropus. You and your friend will die here. Behold! Today is the day weapons learn to walk upright!
Extraction arrived at support helicopter requested.
Get out of there, boss. Emmerich extraction comes first. Head for the LZ.
Mission info has been updated. Map has been updated.
If you don't get away from that thing, it'll bring down the chopper. Try to slip somehow. Stay behind cover as you move.
Landing zone confirmed.
This is Pequot. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Stay alert. You're not out of the woods yet. Get behind something. All right, the chopper's touching down. Don't waste any time getting on board. And don't forget Emmerich. Nice work. Keep it up.
Here it comes.
Departing.
Use the chopper's miniguns. Shake them off.
An upright bipedal weapon. In terms of hominids, it's a Sahelanthropus. How did they complete it without me?
We'll hear the rest back at base.
Plant extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Mission complete, boss.
suspect me? What did I do? I'm on your side. What about him? Miller was in contact with Cypher 9 years ago. He was working with them. He's the traitor, Snake! What's that? More truth serum?
No. Stronger truth
Oh,
serum.
please. Please keep me here. I need protection. Ah! Ah! Oh. 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 Why?
You're the odd one out.
Why me?
We all lost something.
What?
Except you.
Don't.
Truth serum isn't working. Either some procedure he had done boosted his metabolic enzymes, or he's undergone special gene therapy.
What's he saying?
Same as 6 hours ago. I had no idea the nuclear inspection 9 years ago was a ruse. Cypher forced me to do that research after the attack.
Do you think he had a hand in it?
I do. But there's no proof yet. Take a listen to this later.
We need proof before we can pass judgment. Keep an eye on him. And don't tell anyone he's here.
We'll have him continue his research in there. It's for his own good. The older guys will want his head. We can't guarantee his safety if we let him out.
Boss.
He mentioned something interesting. The reason why they pulled their plug on the operation in Afghanistan. He said their funding started going to Central Africa instead. Cypher is pursuing new research in Africa.
Africa? What research?
Emmerich doesn't know the details, but one thing he said does make sense. That Sahelanthropus alone isn't enough to cause an RMA. He claims that what they're doing in Africa is the missing piece. A weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
Meaning it's not just another nuke.
Boss, there's no doubt about it. Cypher's working on something in Central Africa. There's evidence they've been in contact with private forces operating in the region. We follow that evidence. We should learn what Cypher is after.
Development.
Diamond Dogs has gotten a lot bigger. Now's the time to take the offensive.
Development.
Head back to the ACC for your next mission.
Development complete. Unit function added. Please select a mission.
Quiet is still in her cell. Only a few staff are authorized to go near her. She hasn't tried anything funny, but that's what bothers me most.
In particular?
What does she have to gain by coming to Mother Base? I first thought she was under orders from Cypher to take you out. She didn't manage it in Afghanistan, so round 2 happens here. So I lighten the guard. And that lock on her door is a joke.
You gave her an opening. And?
Well, she hasn't killed you yet. And I hate to say it, but she's had plenty of chances.
You made me the bait.
Poisonous bait. What better? Anyway, she didn't bite. Quiet is keeping her silence. So I'm left with no idea again what she's doing here. We tried communicating with her through writing. That didn't work either. Whether she's illiterate, dyslexic, or just plain stubborn, she won't cooperate. I just don't get it. If she tried to contact the outside, it'd be picked up by our counterintelligence net, but it's clean. There's no sign she's had contact with the staff, the base facilities, nothing. She's almost got the men wanting her to try something, just to find out what she's up to. And she's in there putting on the failed soldier look, all downcast eyes and defeated sighs. But she doesn't kill herself. She can't be trying to leave Cypher and surrender to us.
So what's the verdict?
This may sound optimistic, but here's how I see it. Quiet came here to fulfill some objective. To kill you, maybe to destroy Diamond Dogs. Whatever it was, before she could do it, something changed her mind. Yes. When I look at her,
Roger.
I sense hesitation.
You think she'd betray Cypher?
Can't say for sure.
This is B-Quad.
I prefer the ones that talk.
LZ.
Anyway, we'll keep her under watch. And we're also looking into those special abilities of hers. You'll be the first to know if something comes up. Why not look in on her yourself once in a while?
Right.
B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Mission
Boss, I've been
list.
meaning to tell you something. Our old friend Zero hasn't been seen in public since you left the States. That was over 10 years ago now. You suspected he was responsible for the accident at your base in the Caribbean. But at that point, Zero was already bedridden. So it never felt right to me that Zero gave the order. Now that I've seen the man Emmerich was working for, I'm sure he didn't. I know that man. He was our old friend's XO. A man without a face. Not one you want to look at anyway. Skullface. He's the one who destroyed your base 9 years ago. The unit he commands, XOF, was Cypher's strike force. But he's since split from Zero and used XOF to usurp control over Cypher itself. In other words, the Cypher we're hunting isn't Zero. Beyond Zero is a void that's even darker. Skullface.
Please select a mission.
target is Angola's Mfinda oil field, upstream from the landing point. A spill has covered the whole area and crude. A pipeline that crosses the Muneni River failed, and now the shore's a mess. Not to mention the villages downstream have no drinking water. The oil runs to the pipeline from that facility. Taking it out should end the leak. The client this time is an environmental NGO. Destroy the facility. Stop that leak. This may seem like straight-up philanthropy, but there's another reason we agreed to it. The Mfinda oil field was outdated, abandoned. Then the rebel group UNITA moved in, taking it upon themselves to kickstart operations. UNITA's been rapidly modernizing its arsenal. Rumor has it someone's been selling them U.S. military hardware. Intel's analysis suggests the broker's a front company, Cyphers. Keeping tabs on UNITA could tell us who's pulling its strings. That's step one to tracking down Skullface, and Cypher with him. Good luck, boss. First, make your way to the oil facility. It's to the north, past Wala Yamasa. The village is currently occupied. The war industry we started has taken a pretty crooked course these past 9 years. With no other options, soldiers have become dogs of war, sent to conflict zones as private forces, or PFs. Guys we fought alongside are dying all around the globe for no reason, no banner. But it's how they survive. The demand for PFs here in Africa is especially high. Cold War standoffs, resource exploitation. You've arrived at Masa Village. It's been turned into a supply hub for UNITA, meaning it'll be stocked with weapons and resources. Should be a thing or two that'll come in handy. Don't be shy. They deserve to be in better hands.
The map has been updated.
You gonna extract him?
Complete.
Child soldiers. Children there are abducted and trained to be soldiers. They're only taught to fight. And one day they grow up and teach the next generation the same way. With a gun in his hands, a kid is as dangerous as any adult. They don't know a thing about right and wrong.
Boss, do not hurt any child soldiers. If you do, the mission is over. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
detected. The map has been updated.
You gonna extract him?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You made it past the village. Continue heading for the oil facility. It's located upriver.
Arrived at Mother Base.
South African Natural Resources. Saner drills oil wells wherever they can throughout that region. When the oil dries up, they abandon the facility. Then it's only a matter of time before the aging equipment starts leaking crude. That means United's takeover is the perfect cover for Saner. Now they can blame the spill on a bunch of oil thieves. However you look at it, Saner's far from squeaky clean. There it is. The oil facility. To stop the leak, you need to shut down the oil transfer pump and destroy the oily water separator tank. The details are on your iDroid.
Okay. Good. Good dog.
Supply drop complete.
Good. Good dog. Good. Good dog. Good. Good dog. Good. Good dog.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
It wasn't just Cypher. Back in the Caribbean, every eye in the world was turned on us. A private army, just a bunch of guys with guns, in possession of a nuke? Why wouldn't they be uncomfortable?
And that's why you made sure the inspection happened.
Well, I thought our best move was to prove to the UN through the IAEA that we had no nuke. Of course, I was against us having it in the first place, but that was Snake's decision.
The boss wasn't responsible.
Well, don't get me wrong, I still believed in Snake. I thought I was making the best decision for all of us, that's all. I figured we should get a third party to exonerate us before proof of the nuke did get out. And who better to do that than an organization with international authority?
So the truth is, you took it upon yourself to agree to an inspection arranged by the UN. Only the inspection was a ruse, and Cypher Strike Force XOF showed up instead.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Enough bullshit. Oh, sure, like I could have known. You know, I was just trying to prove our innocence to the world. What's wrong with that?
We're not interested in the excuses you thought up. The truth is objective.
Just see it from my point of view.
You led XOF to the control tower. They seized it, giving them complete control over the base. Moments later, they detonated C4 on the strut legs. Anyone who'd managed to survive was hunted down by the assault force and their choppers.
You can't believe I did that on purpose.
That was the end of Mother Base. But it wasn't the end for you.
How can you... Look,
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
I lost something too. I built Zeke and it got
Destroy that separator tank. You'll need to use explosives. Alright, you planted the C4. Don't set it off until you're at a safe distance.
Why did Strangelove leave the base on the eve of the inspection? You two were close.
Strangelove?
And how did you manage to build something that surpasses...
Good. You're away from the C4. Any sign of the enemy? Be sure to time the explosion carefully.
You didn't lose a thing. That is the truth.
I was taken away against my will. Skullface forced me to do his research these past 9 years. He used me. I lost 9 years.
9 years. We all lost 9 years. It wasn't just you.
I suppose blaming me makes you feel better, does it?
He's coming too. Roger that.
Back all the time I lost.
You're not getting anything back.
You're not a victim here, Emmerich. You're the perpetrator.
I didn't know anything.
Can back that up.
Yeah. All the evidence is at the bottom of the ocean.
You know the hardest man to break. The type who's fooling himself. That takes time. It's easier to live a convenient lie than a painful truth. Is that the piece you've chosen, Doc?
I'm not lying.
Of course. Just let me check one or two things. On that day, you were in the control tower with them. Lucky you. That's how you got out unscathed. And you escaped on one of their choppers.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
The base went under.
There's the transfer pump control room.
Bodies. Why?
I've never been so scared.
Oil transfer pump shut-off confirmed. Next, destroy the oily water separator. That's the oily water separator tank. One of the targets. Take it out.
There was a plane journey, and then we traveled by road. When they finally took off the blindfold, I was in kind of a warehouse, on the floor. Afghanistan. It was that research lab. I couldn't believe they'd taken me halfway around the world. And soon enough, he came.
Skullface.
He's the one who's really behind that Mother Base attack. He forced me into that research.
What kind of research?
He told me to build a bipedal walking tank for the Soviet Union. Like Peace Walker. A system that could fire an ICBM-class nuclear weapon. That's how the Sahelanthropus project got started.
Sahelanthropus.
You gonna extract him?
Me and Costa Rica were like toys by comparison. A whole world apart from reptilian four-legged crawling and that ridiculous hunched-over bipedal waddling. My design evolved to the dawn of mankind. Sahelanthropus, the first steps towards humanity. An upright bipedal weapon system. Originally, Sahelanthropus was going to be a man...
destroyed the separator tank. Objectives complete.
Arrived
So
at
security will be tighter after that explosion. Get out of there ASAP.
has been updated. Please select a land support helicopter.
Roger.
Requested.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Caution, rain approaching.
Warning.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Mission complete, boss. Boss, we took another look into Saner, the owner of the oil field. They were behind what happened. They hired the PF, not United. They restarted the facility all the while pretending they were the victims. One other thing. Saner's Johannesburg head office is just a room in a multi-tenant building. Company's essentially non-existent. 3 years ago, that investment fund stepped in and started gutting it through a series of mergers and sell-offs. And get this, the fund itself no longer exists either. It's a shell corporation, meaning someone is just using Saner's name from the shadows. But what about those strange corpses? Just what the hell were they doing over there? Hey! Snake! I've customized a walker gear just for you. It features a silent running system, great for infiltration missions, and you can also summon it to your location. I've taken the liberty of calling it the D-Walker. It's armed with a suppressed tranquilizer gun. If you want to add other weaponry or upgrade the chassis, give the order from your iDroid.
Side ops list updated.
Boss, I've updated the mission list.
List
We received a
updated.
new job offer. It doesn't seem connected to Cypher or Skullface at all. But if it goes well, we may get an Afrikaans interpreter. The details are on your iDroid.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to Mother Base. Specify project. Landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
Weather surveillance indicates turbulence out there. Try not to get knocked out of the sky.
Got it.
Quiet? Where does she think she's going?
You want to head out with the boss?
That'll be the day.
I don't see a problem with it, so long as she's with you. She's a crack shot, damn fine scout. Well suited for a clandestine op. Which is more than I can say for the others.
There's nothing damn fine about this... thing.
Here.
Hey.
Blades.
Wait a minute, that thing costs a lot of money.
Can see each individual blade and a depth perception.
One in?
This is ridiculous. She doesn't talk. How could you possibly stay in communication?
Right. I like working solo anyway.
Please select a mission. Mission accept heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
Several high-level British CFA officials are being held by their Afrikaner colleagues. One of these prisoners is the rescue target, a guy known as the Viscount. The target's location is unknown. They're bound to have an interpreter present when they interrogate him. We've used info from the intel unit to predict the interpreter's location. It's on your iDroid. Follow the interpreter and extract the target when you find him.
has been updated.
If you're going to use a weapon, be careful not to draw the enemy's attention.
Is she okay?
Super de Zulu 1. Ik heb iets die moeite waard hier. Hoe moet ons voortgaan? Over. De CSTF begrijpt. Bescherm securiteit en weerswakkers. Uit.
What are they doing? If the interpreter doesn't show up, they won't be able to interrogate anyone. Then they'll just kill the target.
Boss, you extracted the interpreter. Well, we'll just have to interrogate him to find out where the target is. Boss, we got the interrogation location out of the interpreter. He also said it will begin at night. They'll be starting any time now. Hurry. Interrogate him. Find out what he knows.
Marker placed. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Unit function clouds approaching.
That's not the target. Orders are only the Viscount gets rescued. Can't understand why he'd receive special treatment, but I don't imagine it'll be a problem to save the other prisoners too.
It wasn't the target, but we did get some information. Seems the prisoners aren't held together, and the cells and interrogation rooms are separate places.
So, our rescue target was behind some kind of plot.
Boss, I did some digging, and it seems the target himself gave us this mission through a representative. Obviously, he couldn't contact us directly due to his predicament, but still, something about this fight just doesn't add up.
Go!
hebben de succes. Iemand is pas met de ballon weggebracht. Waarschijnlijk een indringer. Wees dan alsjeblieft. Hoor. Er is hier tegen begrijp. En er is verlies is onuitwaarbaar. Van jullie oorlog.
That prisoner wasn't the target either. We got some more information though. They're going to interrogate the target at night.
Chef je, bestel van je. Ik heb iemand vandaag al gezien. Zal onderzoeken. Hoor. Er is CP, begrijp. Wees op je hoede. Uit.
If you run into trouble, give us a call. We may be able to offer some advice.
CP, dat stelt de 6. Ons heeft die gevangenen gevindt en beveiligd. We moeten ons voortgaan. Hoor. Er is CP, begrijp. Staan vast. Wacht voor verdere bevelen. Uit. Zo hier, dit is CP. Wat heeft instructie op die prisonier? Maak een slaaf van die prisonier zoals per handleider. Herhaal. Maak een slaaf van die prisonier. Hoor.
Please select support helicopter requested.
Monitor op uw ogenblik. Hou net vast. Uit.
Enemy prison detected. The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Delta 6, dit is CP. Wat heeft instructie op die prisonier?
Development.
Maak een slaaf van die prisonier.
Looks like the target.
Has been updated.
Delta 6, akkoord.
Mission info has been updated. The map has been updated. Prisoner has
Boss,
died.
one of the prisoners has been killed. But we don't know if it was the target or not. Hurry up and ID the target.
Target extraction confirmed. Get yourself out of the hot zone. By chopper or by land. It's your choice.
Mission info has been updated. The map has been updated.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. Okay. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Mission complete, boss. Boss, one of the other British prisoners filled us in about the Viscount. It turns out he's a real two-faced son of a bitch. He was planning to secure the MPLA's oil field rights for himself in exchange for swapping the CFA's alliance from the anti-government United rebels to the state-backed MPLA. He hid this from the Afrikaners, but once he thought the jig was up, he tried to pin it on the other British personnel and take off. The Afrikaners captured him, and that was when he asked us to rescue him, and only him. I'll throw him in the brig for now, but we may have to be extra persuasive with this one. By the way, boss, we got some interesting news out of our friend the Viscount. He mentioned that more than a few PFs in the region have purchased walker gears. The CFA's the same. That's Soviet Army technology, and it's still a prototype. Only Cypher could be leaking it to the PFs. But the question is, why?
Side
Boss,
options.
one of the latest missions to come in is connected to the walker gears. This could be our chance to close in on Cypher. Take a look at your mission list.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to Mother Base. Heading to Mother Base. Heading to Mother Base.
Boss, I need to talk to you about this. Quiet. Can you meet me at her cell here on the base? Whenever's fine. Thanks.
Please select a delivery point.
She, refuses to wear clothes. The last staff member who tried to dress her, breathing through tubes. Other than that, she's completely cooperative. She understands English. She never speaks, sweats, or breathes.
What?
Well, not with lungs, at least. She breathes through her skin. Clothing would suffocate her. Showers are okay, but she can't be submerged.
What's wrong with her?
She's drinking through her skin.
She's okay?
She's okay. She just can't move when she's taking in water. Look. See that? She hasn't eaten a thing since she got here.
She doesn't eat either?
Never. It's photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis. That's the verdict from the medical staff?
No, the jury's still out. It's the only explanation for what we've seen. The GRU had a man with that ability in its Cobra unit. Now, we don't think she's contagious, but some of the staff can't stomach her. It's starting to affect morale.
Can't you send her on a mission?
By herself? No. But as you know, she does have skill. Why not take her out on one of your missions? She seems to like you. Of course, only if you think she'll be useful. Next time you go out, you keep her in mind.
Side op completed. Please, landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
Please specify a project.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Staff assigned.
This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Commencing platform construction.
Gaining altitude.
Looks like you've gotten used to working with Quiet. I don't see a problem with giving her some new weapons. I've already talked it over with the R&D team.
Unit function added. Please select.
Being a scout sniper, there are two tasks you can give Quiet.
Accept
The first is to infiltrate an outpost ahead of you and scout out the enemy's positions. The second is to send her to a sniping position and have her cover your infiltrations. The kind of sniper support she'll provide. Boss, this contract comes from the People's Movement for the Liberation of Angola, also known as the MPLA. The PF at Ditati Abandoned Village has been supplied with walker gears. Your job is to eliminate them all. Destroy them, extract them, whatever you see fit. This just might get us closer to the walker gear supplier, Cypher. Good luck, boss.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit, the map has been updated.
Be careful down there, boss.
Unit function added. Development project has been added.
Hard to believe how many of those bipedal weapons have popped up around Africa. When did that start? No more than 6 months ago. Didn't really hit me until I came here.
They're not supposed to be in use yet. Emmerich says they were still doing the last round of fine-tuning.
The doctor has no idea. His research has already hit the black market. Both sides of the Iron Curtain will have it by now. Even so, they're spreading much too fast. Sure, the walker gears can operate in any terrain. Their mobility's just as good in the jungle as it is in the desert. That would come in handy in a place like Africa. They are modules that can one day be used as nuclear weapon systems. And with that in mind...
The targets have been deployed to that outpost. Find and eliminate all of them.
Like what? It's all about needs. To small-time outfits like most of these private forces, this product is a dream come true. Hell, it goes beyond PFs. This is the ultimate weapon, the forbidden fruit. For anyone with an enemy to fight and people to defend.
The nuclear deterrent.
Exactly. Sounds familiar, huh? PFs are all operating off your playbook. You created these times. But could this be the new weapon in Africa that Emmerich talked about? If it is, why is Cypher letting everyone and his brother get their hands on one? What comes next?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Public property? Why don't they give that a try? Then the next war really will be fought with sticks. Right. The man we're dealing with isn't foolish enough to make a suicide pact with the world. So,
You captured an enemy vehicle. Just like weapons and items, you can use your iDroid to have vehicles you've extracted airdropped in. You can also let members of the combat unit use them on dispatch missions.
Caution, rain approaching.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis.
That's a target. Eliminate it any way you'd like.
Detected. The map has been updated.
Is she okay?
Select a landing zone. Roger. Support helicopter requested.
Help me! He's coming too. Roger that. Subject on board.
Rain. Sound of rainfall should help to mask your footsteps.
Good work. Great. No targets remaining. Your objective's complete. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
Updated.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. Get him! This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. Stand by.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Support helicopter enemy cruiser detected. The map has been updated. Development project has been added. exfiltrated.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete, boss. Boss, we were right. Once you'd eliminated those walker gears, a resupply call was made from Ditati to CFA headquarters. The CFA then contacted none other than Saner. That's right, the shell company that owned Mfinda Oilfield. So Saner was just a front for Cypher. The resupply won't be happening just yet. But we did learn that the walker gears are transported out of Nova Braga Airport. Apparently, there's a distribution network on the Savannah that links all the PF outposts. I'll have the intel team investigate this network. If Cypher is supplying PFs with walker gears, the PFs have to be offering them something in return. We follow the money trail. We might just find ourselves on Cypher's doorstep.
Mission
Boss, the intel team has come back with its report following its investigation into PF logistics. Cypher has to be involved with this distribution network somehow. One thing in particular caught my eye. A convoy that regularly crosses the Savannah. On paper, it's just mined resources going to the government, but the security's much too heavy. At the very least, it's worth checking out. Take a look at the mission.
Please select a landing heading to Mother Base. Please specify a project. Please engines on.
Roger.
This is Pequod. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Please select a mission. Mission heading to Central Africa.
objective is to steal an entire truck from a PF convoy. We don't have a fix on the truck we want, but the intel team has spotted the unit that's been tasked with escorting it. They're stationed at the guard post to the north of Nova Braga Airport on the Savannah. The rendezvous with our target will be any time now. Start by heading to that guard post. Then follow the escort unit. It should lead you right to the target truck. Boss, extract them from the mission area. You can check the target details on your iDroid.
Please select a deployment point. The map has been updated. The map has been updated.
Guard duty. That proves the cargo is headed to Cypher.
Support helicopter requested.
You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Please specify a project.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. On station at LZ! Gaining altitude. Departing!
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete, boss. Boss, we searched the truck you recovered. There were two primary types of cargo. First, drums of malachite, a copper ore. That took up most of the truck bed. But malachite isn't valuable enough to warrant an escort. The real cargo was likely the second item, a shielding container. The contents, yellow cake. That's right, the raw material for a nuclear weapon. That might point to the weapon to surpass Metal Gear Emmerich told us about. But who can say? Thing is, there isn't a lot of it. Not enough to make a nuclear warhead. Give us some time. We'll look into it. Try to figure out why they had this under such close guard.
Side ops list updated.
Boss, this is an emergency.
List
We had two
updated.
intel team agents undercover at the PF, Contract Forces of Africa. The CFA have captured them both. They don't have long to live. You've got to get them out of there ASAP. This means Cypher might be getting wind of our existence. We may need to move more cautiously from now on. I just hope this incident has nothing to do with them. I've added the details to your mission list. Don't let them down, boss.
Please select a landing heading to Mother Base. Please select a mission. Mission heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
Intel team members are being held captive by the PF in that area, the CFA. Your job is to rescue them. They don't have long to live. It appears that one of our 2 men has broken out of the encampment and is on the run. He contacted us to say he was surrounded. That's the last we heard from him. Your map is marked with a predicted field of movement based on where his transmissions cut off. The other man is still captive inside the encampment. Boss, rescue our men. Extract them both and get them back to Mother Base.
Boss, I have the report on that cargo we stole from Cypher's truck. The PF was transporting 2 things. The analysis of that malachite has come back first. Naturally, the main compound is copper. There's also a small amount of cobalt. Nothing unusual so far. Southern Zaire is a well-known copper belt. However, in addition to these, we also detected a trace amount of uranium. The content percentage, though, is too low for nuclear development. It most likely came from Chickalobwe mine. That's where the uranium in that area comes from. The mine's closed, as all the high-purity uranium ore dried up a long time ago. But you could probably still find it there in small quantities. That said, there are plenty of other uranium mines that are in operation.
Our staff member on the run last contacted us from that forest. The enemy PF already has troops spread out in a manhunt to find him. Keep your eyes open.
They were transporting...
Extract our man before their search team can find him. Check his location on your iDroid.
Anyway, that about sums it up.
You've reached the target's predicted field of movement. If he's gone to ground, he'll have hidden himself somewhere in that area. Find him.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Now, rescue the other target. Head for Gaziba camp.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Boss, our man you extracted gave us all the intel he could. Now we know exactly where our other agent is being held captive. And he brought back intel on the CFA. Guy deserves a raise. Check it on your iDroid.
The map has been updated. The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that. We got some information out of that soldier you extracted. His squad was on their way to the encampment to execute our intel team member. We also now know exactly where they're keeping the target. Sending the location to your iDroid.
Gaziba camp, an enemy outpost. It's got good visibility and not many places to hide. Use the landscape wherever possible.
Affiliate op Tom. En keer terug naar jouw posten. Uit.
It's no good, boss. Attacking like that won't cut it. Aim somewhere else. Or change to a different weapon.
You have arrived at your destination.
Good. Good.
You gonna extract him?
Please select a landing zone.
Boss, we picked up some movement.
Helicopter.
Squad is on its way to Gaziba camp. We've ID'd them as some CFA heavyweights. These aren't your everyday reinforcements. Whatever's about to happen.
The map has been
That's him.
updated.
That's the target. He's injured. Looks half-starved, too. There's no way he can stand the shock of a Fulton extraction. Get him out by chopper.
Please select a landing zone. Landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
They kept saying the disease was her fault. Just shouting it at me. Over and over. Kept saying, we're angry. The poor bastards from Massa Village will
Please
need you all
select a
dry for
landing
this.
zone.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Confirmed extraction of both targets. Boss, on behalf of all the Diamond Dogs, thank you.
Please specify a project.
Departing.
Nice work. Keep it up.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Amazing. Mission complete. That right there is why you're the best, boss. The one and only.
Please select a landing.
Boss, one of the job offers we received concerns me.
Mission list.
There's a PF commander who's been talking big about getting into the nuclear arms trade. This could be connected to that yellow cake. And there's another contract I'd like you to handle. It's a wet job, but we need to divert Cypher's attention. Check the mission list for the details.
Commencing platform construction. 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 Please select a land heading to Mother Base.
keep you waiting. We finally finished analyzing that yellow cake Cypher was moving. There was nothing unusual about the composition of the yellow cake itself. Most of it was oxidized uranium, with the rest being impurities, various metals, as well as traces of organic matter. What's interesting is the composition of these impurities. When we checked them against the impurities found in the copper ore, it was clear the yellow cake didn't come from Shinkalobwe, meaning they went to the trouble of mining two sources of uranium, then transported them together in different states. Another thing, we detected a very thin layer of highly enriched uranium in the middle of the yellow cake. Now that is very interesting. It may not be a lot, but it points to the existence of uranium-enriching technology. After all, yellow cake can't naturally produce highly enriched uranium. If they could mass-produce this, they'd be just one step away from a gun barrel-type nuclear bomb. But uranium enrichment requires advanced technology and a large-scale facility. If that kind of place existed in Zaire, the Soviet Union wouldn't sit idly by. And there's another question. Where were they transporting the yellow cake and malachite uranium? The first place that comes to mind is South Africa. The government was...
Please select a mission. Mission accept. Heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
There are 6 targets. Our contract is to kill them all. And the client is the general they served under. He wants them dead to keep them from talking. Check a VI on your iDroid for more information.
Please specify a project.
Be careful down there, boss.
The map has been updated. Marker placed. Marker placed.
That's from Heavy Plantation. The targets are mixed in with the soldiers in that base. Use the VI to identify them.
That's an enemy gunship. A single burst from its machine gun can cut a man in half. Tread carefully, boss.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Development complete. Development complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
So you've spotted the target.
GPS Delta 9. Verdachte persoon gewacht. We nodig iemand op die valier. Hoor.
What are you planning on doing, boss? Putting the target to sleep doesn't count as eliminating them. Neither does knocking them out.
Ready? Go!
Dumpster. Looks big enough to hide somebody. You could stash a downed enemy in there, or hide in it yourself. Just don't stand too close to me, afterward.
Extracting the target. Our contract was to kill the target. 5 targets remaining. Head for the Kurgenga mines.
Info has been updated. Caution, rain approaching.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Extraction arrived at Metabase.
and we'll show you where they are.
You have arrived at your destination. Please select a drop for supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
He's coming too. Roger that. Lives for a fistful of diamonds, huh? I'm what happens after that? They can't go home. They've only got two options. Heaven or hell.
No, there's another.
Utter heaven. Tape's rolling, boss.
How about it, Cos? Looks like our client just got outbid.
We got the recording. Objective accomplished.
Let's go.
We'll bring him back to Mother Base. Now, for the RV. There's some high ground downriver. I'll have the chopper set down there. Lead the kids to safety. Listen, the kids don't get hurt. No matter what, you bring them back alive. Exit the cave and turn left, then pass through the swamp and follow the river downstream. Doesn't look like he can walk.
At Mother Base.
You still gonna help him?
Mission info has been updated. The map has been updated.
Boss, if even one of those kids die, the mission's a failure. Be careful.
Please select a drop point. Supplies requested.
You're those kids' only support out there. You need to give them orders. Lead them to the objective area. But they won't hear you if you're too far away from them.
Supply
Keep that in mind.
complete.
Get him! Subject on board. They won't hear you if you're too far away from them.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
find out the kids escaped, the enemy's gonna tighten security. They'll be coming after you. They won't hear you if you're too far away from them.
Get him!
He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete.
You gotta extract him. The chopper will be arriving any minute. Hurry to the RV.
Arriving shortly at LZ.
The enemy spotted the target. Take care of him.
This is Pequot. Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by.
Escort the targets to the RV.
Support helicopter has arrived. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Support helicopter has arrived.
Put the target on the chopper. Target extracted. Alright, target extracted. Target extracted. Anyone else? Good, that's the target extracted. Target extracted. Is that everyone?
Gaining altitude.
Alright, objective complete. Come on back to base. Just keep the target safe.
Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been development project has been added.
Mission complete. Great work.
What you thinking, boss?
I'm thinking that he's tougher than he looks. A little training, he'll make himself useful.
Never like kids. Especially ones with guns.
See, kid's a natural.
No. He's no natural. Far from it. You probably noticed on the way in, we've expanded housing. They'll have their own quarters, separate from ours. Won't be counted as staff.
So what, we're running a daycare now?
We'll learn how to read and write. Do basic jobs.
Chance at a real life. Just not from behind a gun.
Being behind a gun's what we do, boss. There's no room for angels in our heaven.
Start assigned.
Gaining altitude.
Please specify project. Please select a mission. Mission accept. Heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
Mission objective is to eliminate the PF commander they call the Major. One of the Major's subordinates working undercover with the CFA is due to make contact with him. Check his current location on your iDroid. Follow him, and he should lead you right to the Major.
Please specify project.
Be careful down there, boss.
Marker placed. has been updated. Analysis.
That's the target. Looks like we found him.
Complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
We have no fix on the target, not even a predicted field of movement. All we have to go on is this meeting with his subordinate. Remember, this guy will call the meeting off if he thinks he's being tailed. You've got to do everything you can to stay out of sight. He may give us some information about Cypher. Contracts plus elimination. You, boss.
Buddy!
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete, and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss. The Major spilled his guts, all right. His nuclear arms business was just a rumor he was paid to spread around. He doesn't even know who's paying him. All his instructions came through a cutout. Hell, who else would be behind it but Cypher? And this nuclear arms trading is clearly connected to that yellow cake. He thought the same thing, which is why he tried to investigate ZRS himself. He said something else that caught my attention. That ZRS are trying to kill some old man. How did one old man get that kind of attention? Boss, about those walker gears spreading all over Africa. Huey's got an idea for a counter-weapon. Come on back to base.
This. It's a variable, multi-legged tank. A spin-off of Metal Gear technology.
Big fan of spin-offs, isn't he? I hear he borrowed from the Soviets in Costa Rica, too.
The design allows for a lot of freedom in setups. It's based around a central core unit, so you can quickly reconfigure the hardware to suit any sort of mission parameters.
What the good doctor's trying to say is that it's customizable.
Naturally, it will raise the probability of success for standard missions. But it functions as an improved deterrent by increasing your preemptive strike capability against enemy elements. You just deploy it in a war zone, and its superior firepower puts the brakes on enemy attacks. Eventually, the whole war machine grinds to a halt. A true battle gear!
Cause I'm having deja vu here.
I don't like him any more than you. But we need this.
You think it'll cut it in the field?
Turning radius is better than any tanks. That's great for regional skirmishes. Tech like this is popping up all among the PFs. Best way to deal with them is to fight fire with fire.
I'll await your instructions then, boss.
So do we have your approval to commence development?
Fine.
Consider yourself off the chopping block, Doctor.
Got a new mission for you, boss. The client is one of the kids you rescued from that mine. According to the kids, people often disappear from the mine to a place called Nzoyavadiabulu, the Devil's House. On top of that, Saner's involved with the place. Check your iDroid for the mission details.
Please select a landing zone.
Roger.